Have you ever found yourself in a moment of pure frustration? You know the one I'm talking about, where you're doing everything right, checking all the boxes, showing up, putting in the effort, but somehow it feels like you're invisible. You're pouring yourself into your work, into your relationships, into every aspect of your life, and yet it's like no one even notices. It's as if your existence, your contributions, are passing through this world unseen, unacknowledged. It's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? You start questioning everything, your abilities, your choices, even your self-worth. You ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't anyone recognizing what I'm doing? Am I not good enough? But here's the truth. This isn't about you not being good enough. This isn't about your worth. This is about where you're placing your value. You see, we live in a world that's constantly seeking validation from others. We've been conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to how much recognition we get, how many people applaud our efforts, how much attention we can garner. But I'm here to tell you that's a dangerous lie. A lie that, if you're not careful, will keep you trapped in a never-ending cycle of seeking approval, of begging for attention, of doubting your value every time you don't get the response you're hoping for. But what if I told you that you don't need anyone else's validation? What if I told you that your worth is not determined by the applause, the likes, the followers, the pats on the back? Your worth is intrinsic. It's in your very being. It's in every breath you take, every thought you have, every action you perform. And it's high time you stop measuring yourself by how much attention you get and start realizing that your value is not up for debate. It's not something that can be given or taken away by anyone else. It's yours, unconditionally and irrevocably. So how do you break free from this cycle? How do you stop begging for attention and start living from a place of power and self-assurance? It begins with a shift in mindset, a deep-rooted belief in your own worth, and a refusal to let anyone else determine it for you. First and foremost, respect your own time. Think about how often you go out of your way to be there for others. You cancel your plans, rearrange your schedule, and bend over backward to accommodate the needs of those around you. But ask yourself, are these same people respecting your time? Are they valuing your presence the way you're valuing theirs? If not, it's time to take a step back. Your time is one of the most precious resources you have. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. So why are you wasting it on people who don't see your value? Stop making yourself so readily available to those who don't reciprocate. Your time should be reserved for those who truly appreciate and value you. Now let's talk about mystery. In today's world, where everyone feels the need to share every detail of their lives on social media, there's something incredibly powerful about holding back, about keeping a part of yourself private. You don't have to lay it all out there for the world to see. When you maintain an air of mystery, you become intriguing. People are naturally drawn to what they can't fully understand or predict. So don't feel the need to reveal everything about yourself. Let others wonder. Let them be curious. This isn't about playing games. It's about maintaining your power, about being selective with who gets access to the depths of who you are. And here's a crucial point. Create your own happiness. Too many people rely on others to make them happy. They wait for someone else to give them a reason to smile, to feel fulfilled. But when you depend on others for your happiness, you're giving away your power. You're allowing them to dictate your emotional state, your sense of well-being. But happiness is an inside job. It's something you cultivate from within. It's about finding joy in your journey, in your growth, in your life, independent of anyone else's opinion or recognition. When you're happy with who you are, when you're content in your own skin, you become a magnet for positivity. Others will naturally be drawn to you, not because you need them, but because they see the strength and contentment within you. Let me tell you something important. Be willing to walk away. I know that sounds tough. Walking away from someone you care about, someone you've invested time and energy into, can feel like a loss. But it's not. It's the ultimate display of self-respect. When you're willing to walk away, you're sending a clear message that you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve. You're showing that you understand your value, and you won't allow anyone to treat you as anything less than a priority. If someone isn't willing to see your worth, if they're not willing to prioritize you, then you need to have the strength to walk away. Because staying in a situation where you're not valued will only chip away at your self-esteem, at your sense of self-worth. Here's the thing. When you stop begging for attention, when you stop chasing after validation, you start to see the world differently. You start to realize that the only opinion that truly matters is your own. You begin to understand that true success, true fulfillment, comes not from the recognition of others, but from the satisfaction of knowing you are living in alignment with your values, your goals, your purpose. I want you to take a moment to reflect on this. Think about the times in your life when you felt the most fulfilled. Chances are those moments weren't tied to how much recognition you received, but rather to the sense of accomplishment and purpose you felt in doing something meaningful. That's the feeling you need to chase. Not the applause, not the attention, but the deep, personal satisfaction that comes from knowing you're living your life with integrity and purpose. And let's not forget about the power of saying no. Too often we find ourselves agreeing to things, not because we want to, but because we're afraid of disappointing others, or worse, being overlooked. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to yourself. You're diluting your focus, your energy, and your time. Saying no is one of the most powerful ways you can assert your worth. It's a way of setting boundaries, of ensuring that your time and energy are spent on things that truly matter to you. Don't be afraid to say no when you need to. It's not selfish, it's self-respect. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. We all crave recognition. We all want to feel seen, heard, appreciated. But there's a difference between wanting recognition and needing it. The moment you start needing it, the moment you start begging for it, you give away your power. You place your self-worth in the hands of others. And that's a dangerous place to be. You see, in life, there are always going to be people who don't see your worth. People who overlook your contributions, who don't give you the credit you deserve. And that's okay. It's not your job to convince them. It's not your responsibility to make them see your value. Your job is to keep moving forward, to keep doing the work, to keep believing in yourself, even when no one else does. Because the right people, the ones who truly matter, will see you. They'll recognize your worth without you having to beg for it. They'll value you because they see the greatness within you, not because you had to demand their attention. And those are the people you want in your life. Those are the people who will lift you up, who will support you, who will celebrate your victories with you. But even more importantly, you need to see yourself first. You need to recognize your own value before anyone else can. You need to believe in your own worth, to hold your head high, to walk with confidence, knowing that you are enough, just as you are. So stop begging for attention. Stop waiting for someone else to validate your existence. Stand tall, hold your head high, and remember that your value isn't dependent on anyone but you. Your worth is not defined by the applause you receive, but by the effort you put in, the integrity you maintain, and the person you become. Let's take a moment to talk about the importance of self-care. In a world that constantly demands more and more from you, it's easy to get lost in the hustle, to forget about taking care of yourself. But self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about honoring your needs, both physical and emotional. It's about taking time to recharge, to nourish your body and soul. When you take care of yourself, you're not only showing yourself the respect you deserve, but you're also ensuring that you have the energy and resilience to face the challenges life throws your way. Self-care isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. And when you're at your best, you're better equipped to handle whatever comes your way, including those moments when you feel overlooked or undervalued. And here's another truth. Life is too short to spend it waiting for someone else to recognize your worth. You have dreams, goals, and a purpose that's uniquely yours. Don't let the need for attention hold you back. Don't let the fear of being overlooked keep you from pursuing your passions. The world needs what you have to offer, but more importantly, you need to offer it for yourself, for your growth, for your fulfillment. Imagine a life where you no longer seek validation from others, where your sense of self-worth is so deeply rooted that no one can shake it. Imagine waking up every day knowing that you are enough, just as you are, and that your value isn't tied to how much attention you receive, but to the impact you make, the lives you touch, and the person you choose to be. That's the life you deserve. That's the life you can create starting right now. So don't beg for attention. Don't wait for others to recognize your worth. Stand in your power, own your value, and let the world come to you. Because when you know your worth, when you truly believe in yourself, you'll find that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right moments will naturally gravitate toward you. Not because you asked for it, but because you commanded it with your presence, your actions, and your unwavering belief in yourself. So I'm asking you today, stop begging for attention. Start living your life in a way that commands it. Let your work speak for itself. Let your actions reflect your values. And most importantly, let your belief in yourself be so strong that no one else's opinion can shake it. Your time is now. Take control of your narrative. Live your life with purpose, with passion, with pride. And remember, it's not about how others see you. It's about how you see yourself. So don't beg for attention. Be the person who doesn't need to ask for it because your actions, your attitude, and your presence command it naturally. Stand in your power, own your worth, and let the world come to you. If this message inspired you, hit like, share it, and subscribe for more powerful content. Turn on notifications to stay motivated. Let's spread positivity and uplift each other. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments. It shows you are part of the 1% that's improving every single day.